Wait, we're rolling? Shoot! This is Raymond Hayden. Welcome to Spin, Stories from the Green Room. Hey, is this thing rolling? Oh, hey you. Hey, nice to see you. And nice to see you. So, my name is Raymond Hayden, and welcome to the first episode, the debut episode of Spin. What the hell is Spin? Well, simply put, Spin is Stories from the Green Room, and most specifically, my green room. And why did I do this? Why have I chosen to come out with a 10-part video series? Well, because I've had a lot of people over the course of this last year and a half or so ask questions about myself, my beginnings, my albums, how I write, why I write, what the songs are about, different things about things I've done over the course of my career as a musician. So I thought, what the heck, I'm going to put together a video series, just 10 short 3 to 5 minute videos, basically going over different aspects of things I've done. And the biggest reason I'm doing this is to inspire all of you, and you as well. We're going to get to the very last part of this series is my why. And but I want to start out with that as well. My why, the thing that drives me in everything I do in my life, is to make a difference, to provide hope, especially in this last year and a half with the pandemic, everything that's been going on. We've lost so much hope. But it's still there. It's dangling by a thread, but it's still out there. So, Spin, Stories from the Green Room. Basically what we're going to be covering is we're going to be covering aspects of my life, beginning with being on tour buses since I was the age of 9. I did not start out as a keyboard player. I started out as a drummer and then a brass player. And I was in the drum and bugle corps called Marauders, drum and bugle corps out of Longview, Washington. 9 years old on tour buses in the West Coast and Canada and a little bit of the Midwest. It was fantastic. Got me used to the traveling and being a nomad, being a musician. Loved that. From there on to junior high and high school bands, playing trumpet and jazz band and trumpet and pep band and French horn and concert band and contrabass and marching band, etc. All that great. Fast forwarding again, when I graduated high school, Kelso High School in 1985, I was awarded the Marine Award for Excellence. They actually tried to recruit me, but I ended up joining the Army instead, which leads me to November 23rd, 1986. November 23rd, 1986 is when I was stationed in Mannheim, West Germany, after all my training and everything, and I saw a Polaroid picture on a bulletin board in a little music center outside the barracks where we rehearsed, and it was saying somebody wanted to sell a keyboard. So I thought, hey, what the hell? I told my new buddy James that we had just jammed with, I said, hey, I should buy that keyboard and we should start a band. We'll call it Ambition. Ha, ha, ha. See the graphic behind me? Ambition. First band ever. Next day, woke up after a night of drinking, and that's exactly what I did. Here I am, 33, 34 years later, a keyboard player, but that's when I got my first start as a keyboard player over there in Germany with my mentor, Michael Hein. Throughout the years, I've been in various different bands, open up for numerous different large acts over the years with different bands I've been in. In the most recent years, performing in my wife Jessica Lynn Whitty's band, opening up for people like Larry the Cable Guy, Jeff Foxworthy, Trace Adkins, Diamond Rio, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so a lot of that stuff's fun. You can find it on my website if you want to get into more detail. Over the year, I've also put out numerous solo albums and some band albums of my own. I've toured with different bands throughout the U.S., throughout Canada, and throughout Europe. That's always been a lot of fun. I've had 2 different podcasts. One's called The Aquarium, which was with nwczradio.com. And then the one I have now is called Houston, and it's exclusively with Seattle Wave Radio. Been a Grammy voting member since 1996. And other than that, just want to be involved with music in any way I can. The most recent thing I did a few years ago was I was a mentor in the Ted Brown Music Live It Out Loud program, which was mentoring young artists. And so the reason, again, for doing this series, which I call Spin, Stories from the Green Room, Stories from my green room, is just basically to hopefully inspire all of you out there to follow your dreams and know that it's never too late, it's never too early to keep going. So anyway, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on episode number 2.